This week's guest is the music director of the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota. I'm Rob. This is the Sarasota SpeaX Pre-Show, tailored by Tweeds. What's up, everybody? I'm Rob. This is the Pre-Show tailored by Tweeds. When you are looking to level up your style game, come on down to any of our Tweeds locations. We're right here in downtown Sarasota, as well as Tampa, St. Pete, Naples, Orlando, and we just opened in Fort Lauderdale. This week's guest is Robert Vodnoy, music director of the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob. It's great to be here.
My pleasure. So, Bob, you debuted as a conductor originally in Michigan. Can you tell us a little bit about your career and how you ended up here in Sarasota?
Sure. So I made my professional debut as a conductor actually in February of 1975 with what is now known as the Southwest Michigan Symphony Orchestra. And for 30 years, I was a full-time professional orchestra conductor, didn't do anything else. And then in 2005, sort of like second career, I became the orchestra director and professor of strings and music history at Northern State University in Aberdeen, South Dakota. And that leads to the question of why I'm in Florida, and that's the answer. It's very cold in South Dakota. And so when I retired from there, Florida beckoned.
Excellent. Well, I know that you've probably had a number of performances and performers that have stood out over the years in your career. Is there any that stands out in particular that you can share with us?
Oh, gosh. So let me say, first of all, that the other reason I came to Florida was to start the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota, which we're going to talk about on the show. But over my career, I've conducted with, even with Itzhak Perlman, Andre Watts, Marilyn Horn, Horacio Gutierrez, many, many very great artists. It's been my honor and pleasure to work with them.
And for those who are unfamiliar with the orchestra, can you tell us a little bit about how frequently you hold performances, and if people are interested in acquiring tickets, how can they go about doing that?
Sure. So the Chamber Orchestra of Sarasota plays 3 concerts during the season here in Sarasota. We've already given one, which was in December. So there are concerts in February and March, and they can find out all about them by visiting our website at chamberorchestrasarasota.org.
Excellent. Well, everybody, that is going to do it for the pre-show. Remember, when you're looking to level up your style game, come on down to Tweeds. Visit us at tweedsuitshop.com. Check us out on Instagram at tweedsuitshop. Stay tuned for a quick sneak peek of this week's upcoming episode with Robert Vodnoy.
So the great conductor Daniel Barenboim was the music director of the Chicago Symphony for many years. And the general manager or CEO was Henry Vogel. So this story is one that...
I've heard that name.
Yeah, so Henry told this story. The story is that he said, if there was somebody in the orchestra that needed to retire, Barenboim and I had an agreement. If he saw an opportunity, he would sort of gently breach the subject. And if it went well, great. If it didn't, well, then I, as the great CEO, I would swoop in and do the dirty work. So after a concert one afternoon, at the end of the concert, Barenboim walked up to one of the violinists on the stage who was just getting ready to leave, and he said, "So I noticed that your eyes were closed during the last piece on the program." And the violinist said, I was just enjoying the music. Barenboim said, yeah, well, but your eyes were closed while the rest of your section was playing. So the violinist was a wise, experienced man, and he drew himself up to his full height, and he said, Maestro Barenboim, I know what's going on here, and I want you to know I'm going to die in that chair.
I'm not retiring.
And Barenboim said, oh, I'm sure Henry will let you take it with you.
That's good. So, which does lead me to another question, because these are fun. It's a live event. Things have to go wrong occasionally. What's the worst thing that's ever happened? Did someone fall out of a chair? Did a cymbal fall? Did someone drop an instrument? Like
Okay.
Give me the horror story. Come on.
The worst story?
We need the juice.